So I added sand abrasive to the paint mix, and what I'll do is clear out around the base of the tree, probably about 6 inches down, because this is where they take, you can see they go down low. So, and this is fresh, I mean like in the last day. So I'm glad I got to this spot. So it's kind of a trowel. I'm gonna see if it works. Hopefully it does, I don't know. So I'll wrap up here when I finish the painting. But yeah, damn beavers. I mean, they like them oak trees, white oaks. Okay, I'm back. I finished painting the tree. It only takes a few minutes. It's pretty quick. I dug around the base, went all the way to the base. You can see it's gray. It doesn't actually blend in. I don't really care. This is old paint I had. It's porch and deck paint, and hey, it's what I had available, and I just wanted to get something on here quick. I had no idea that the beaver would already be over here chomping at it, so I'm just damn glad to get some paint on this thing, see if it works. The formula is 20 ounces per gallon, and I doubled it and used 40 ounces of sand because my sand I happen to have was fine, not coarse. I recommend coarse. So it's an experiment. We'll see what happens. Hopefully, you know, I mean, I know the river will be back up, so we'll have an idea of the next time what happens with it. So here's a gander of the paint. The tools I used was a digging tool to get around the base because the beaver will go all the way to the base. Then I just painted up to as far as I can go. There's a spotty mist here. We'll hit it a little on that side. So, I mean, it's not rocket science. Just throw some paint on there. But the one advantage of this paint, this foreign deck stuff, I mean, it's gloss. That doesn't make any difference. You can use flat, whatever. Just use acrylic. But this dries really fast. So I'll come back today and put a second coat in here since I'm not following their formula of coarse sand. I'm using finer sand. And they also, I was researching on site, on the web, and one site says it might not even work for saplings, so only for larger trees. So, hey, I mean, the other option I think would be to put like chicken wire mesh around the tree, which is an option, but man, you're starting to get into some detail work there. So, when I was looking around here, I found some BeaverTracks. So I want to show you guys what the BeaverTracks look like. And this beaver actually came out of the water, which they are fast on the land, but normally they don't like to go very far up out of the water. We have coyotes around here, and I actually saw a dead beaver about 5 years ago that I guess a coyote got it, and but it managed to swim away and floated up to the surface. And I've seen the carcass. There goes some geese. So there's not a whole lot of natural enemies for the beaver. Bobcats, I guess, could. We have bobcats around here, but this has been going on for 10 years, and now my trees are, I call them mine. I'm the caretaker of them, and when I say mine, they don't belong to me. They belong actually to the city. And they're actually public trees, but I say mine not as in I own them. It's just that I take care of these trees, okay? So don't freak out. They're not my trees. You know, I'm not claiming anything like that. They're just public trees, and I'm just trying to put some green on the greenway. So let me walk down here, and I have to be really careful because, like I said, the other videos, this stuff is really tricky. So, all right, made it down to drift without busting anything. All right, so here we are down here in the mud, fresh mud. We were just in yesterday. And these are BeaverTracks. And you can see how he's out here circling around, exploring, looking for a food source. And there's a really good illustration. I'm going to go ahead and walk in the mud. It's not too bad. Okay. See the tracks? They almost look like duck tracks. Those are the back and those are the front. Back, front, I would say. So we went up there and maybe the water was up so we lost the tracks down there. But this branch here is one I trimmed off myself off that tree last week because February is a good time to trim the trees. Because I was thinking about putting a tube on there, but the problem with the tubes, they're plastic and plastic floats, so you have to anchor them down. I mean, you know, there is no easy solution, quick and easy for dealing with beavers that are going after the trees. There isn't. So, but I know from the internet, there was a group who a volunteer group, Beaver Back, or I don't know, whatever, some beaver lover group, which, hey, good for them, somewhere in Michigan or somewhere, that painted about 2,000 trees, which is paint mixture, because the Fish and Wildlife or whoever, the city, were going to trap out the beavers. And they said, whoa, the beavers are our friends. Yeah, I get the beaver lovers out there. So they worked up a group, got the funding, whatever, and they painted the base of the trees, and it helped save the trees, because, man, it is hard to get a tree in these wetlands to stay. Okay, these are cottonwoods right here, and there's a sycamore, but the problem with the cottonwoods, once they start finally getting some size, like 100 feet or so up, then they become prone for lightning. And I can't tell you how many trees I've seen down there that are dead from lightning strikes, and it happens. So, and on a flood area, so they're prone to when high water's up, you know, stuff that goes along with high water, everything from barges, floating debris, and whatever. And erosion, riverbank collapse, the whole works. So it is really hard to get trees to go down here. These are silver maples that I'm putting my hand on. That's like a pioneer tree down here, a lot of those. And actually, if the beavers would eat those, I wouldn't be so upset, because we have tons of silver maple. But they seem to pinpoint the swamp oak. So that's why I'm down here today, trying to remedy that they don't become a food source for the beaver. So we'll walk over to a cottonwood tree that has beaver damage, and maybe even current beaver damage, to show you that beavers aren't particular down here. They go after small trees and big trees. All right.